If you happen to be out of the loop, basically the modern voice of KOS-MOS has updated one of her pages, implying that a Xenoblade game featuring this character is going to be revealed this year. While we do have to take this with a grain of salt, it would be pretty funny if this is the second time a voice actor of a female protagonist has leaked a new Xenoblade. That is such a specific coincidence. Regardless, this has obviously sent the community into mass hysteria, the two most popular theories being Xenoblade 4 or a Xenoblade 2 upgrade of some kind. And thus that has once again sparked the discussion of whether or not Xenoblade 2 Definitive Edition would be necessary to begin with. Hell, some people are even wondering if a Switch 2 edition would be necessary, let alone definitive. Now, we'll get into those semantics very soon, but if you've been subscribed to me for a while, you should know where I stand on this. This is a topic I have spoken about to death, but given it is more relevant than it has ever been, allow me to elaborate my stance as concisely as possible. In fact, I'm just gonna give you the truth right off the bat. Let's just face reality as soon as possible, then break it down from there. Do we need a Xenoblade 2 Definitive Edition? The answer is no. But it doesn't matter. This question, this argument, has never mattered. I am so tired of people pretending that it matters. In what world do you live in? Is a video game remaster or remake always perfectly justified? Because in the world that we objectively live in, they most often are not. Even if we were to count JRPGs alone, right off the top of my head, we have Dragon Quest XI-S, Persona 5 Royal, SMT 5 Vengeance, East 10 Proud Nordics, Atelier Ryza Trilogy Deluxe, and of course, Tales of Berseria Remastered. Just like Xenoblade 2, all of these games were already compatible on modern platforms, and yet instead of getting a simple update, they all received a quote-unquote unnecessary enhanced version, despite most of them being younger than Xenoblade 2. And odds are, you probably bought or will buy at least one of them. Now then, there's the counterpoint. Well, Nintendo is different. They would never re-release a game that is already playable on modern Super Mario Galaxy. Okay, but that's different though. Besides, why would they do a definitive edition when they could just opt for a Switch 2 edition? This is something they've been really pushing lately, and it would pretty much make the whole definitive edition banner obsolete. And look, I somewhat agree. I am not dying on the hill that it will be precisely called Xenoblade 2 Definitive Edition. For all we know, it'll be Xenoblade 2 Definitive Edition Switch 2 Edition. No matter what it's called, my belief is Xenoblade 2 will get a significant upgrade instead of just a simple visual enhancement. But then that's another thing the naysayers will deny. Xenoblade 2 does not need to be updated. Why put more effort into it if it's already playable and complete to a modern standard? And I hate to break it to you, but again, it doesn't matter. Did Animal Crossing need a 3.0 update 6 years after it launched? Did Splatoon 3 need a brand new mechanic 4 years into the meta? Hell, Xenoblade X is barely older than Xenoblade 2. Did it need a new mechanic? And did it need to remove another one? No, none of that needed to happen. No one expected any of that. And if we do want to insist on using the Switch 2 editions, then it has to go both ways. Did Super Mario Wonder need a $20 Switch 2 edition centering around a multiplayer mode that nobody asked for? How come Donkey Kong Country Returns gets an unexpected update including a new playable character, a new challenge mode, and Switch 2 enhancements completely free of charge while Tropical Freeze is just chillin' there? The point is, we keep wanting to use the word need as if there are established rules, as if there's a rhyme or reason to everything that has happened, but the past year, and especially the past month, has clearly shown us there are no rules. Nintendo is the most unpredictable video game company, and that is why we both love and hate them. And the thing is, we all know this. This is no secret to Nintendo fans. Everything I just told you is not something these chronically online people are unaware of. So if you were to ask me, this entire debate is fake. This is a fake argument those people are having for any combination of selfish reasons. Maybe they don't like Xenoblade 2, so they don't want its fans to have any fun. Maybe they do like Xenoblade 2, but they don't want to pay a premium for updates. Maybe they haven't even played Xenoblade 2, but they would rather Monolith Soft devote their time to an all-new game. So yeah, let's just go ahead and debunk those 3 reasons right here and now. 1, who cares if you don't like it? Not everything has to be catered to you. 2, the Switch 2 upgrades are evidently inconsistent, so for better or worse, I wouldn't assume anything about pricing. And 3, please stop lying about wasting time on remasters and remakes. Sure, sometimes they are just shameless, but they're often opportunities for developers to gain experience, whether it's on a new team or on a new console. If Link's Awakening wasn't remade, then Echoes of Wisdom wouldn't exist. If Silent Hill 2 wasn't remade, then Silent Hill F wouldn't exist. I personally do not want a repeat of Xenoblade X and 2, where Monolith Soft was killing themselves to get these games out for their respective new consoles, therefore ensuring that both of them lacked a decent quality of life. No, I'm actually fine if Monolith Soft works on a Xenoblade 2 upgrade or another smaller project so that they'll have all the experience and resources they need for the next actual new title. Last but not least, I want to quickly shift to what is far more of an important conversation to have. Would it make sense to remaster Xenoblade 2? And yes, it would. Xenoblade 2 is arguably the most popular game in the franchise, most certainly sales-wise, and while Future Redeemed was the finale of the trilogy, the few loose ends it does have are all related to Xenoblade 2. I'm not going to spoil that here, you can hear all about it in my other videos. And yes, the game is divisive for many reasons, but if anything, that's even more reason to remaster it. Let's not forget, Xenoblade 2 was the last game before Monolith Soft dramatically improved the franchise's quality of life, starting with Xenoblade 1 Definitive Edition. And most of 2's rougher edges could be adjusted pretty easily in a very similar way. I know that's hard to believe because nuance does not exist online. If a video game has any notable flaw, it'll get parroted as if it's the worst sin known to man. But no. If you actually use your brain, all it really needs is some fine-tuning. For example, I keep hearing those naysayers yelling, "At least remove the gacha," even though there are much less radical solutions that would be way more efficient without sanitizing the game's identity. But hey, at that point, we're going beyond the scope of this video. Anyway, that's all I gotta say about that. Whether or not this supposed leak is credible, which at this point the funniest thing would be that it isn't, I hope you took something valuable away from this rant, or at the very least, was amused. Thank you for watching, thank you for listening, Happy New Year because I wasn't around for that, and until then, keep being good to others. Bye bye now.